Hello, everybody. Well, we can't stop thinking about the presidential election of America. I mean, this is really getting exciting. I mean, more and more exciting, I would say. By the way, just to brief you, that you may not experience from many media. Namely, that most media are saying, oh, Biden has won, or Biden is winning, and so on. But I found a more reasonable statistic, and that is the newspaper, the media, Epoch Times, they also show a statistic of presidential election. What they do is, which I think is fair, they say, okay, all these 6 states where you have either lawsuit going on or a recount going on, or different allegation of election fraud. So, or they haven't finished the counting of the vote. So there are altogether 6 such states, Pennsylvania and Georgia and so on. So they just simply not to consider these states, okay, and only consider those who are ready, so to say. So then the number of electorate's votes, which is very important, that the candidate who get more than 270 such electoral votes, he will be the president, right? So, and right now, the figures look like Donald Trump, 232 votes of the electorates, 232, while Joe Biden, 227. So actually, Donald Trump is leading with 5 votes. So it's interesting. This is fact. This is just fact. Yeah. So now we are going to see what happened with these 6 states because of the recount, because of they are not finished counting, because of the lawsuit, and so on. Very exciting. So I won't be surprised when everything turn around. And this time, as I mentioned in my last episode, by the way, thank you very much. Our last episode was quite popular. Number of viewers were clearly more than normal. And I mentioned already a lot of fraud, a lot of tricks going on. And behind this fraud seems to be very powerful people, organization, or some people call it deep state or whatever. Anyway, some hidden power behind all this fraud. Now, one thing that I was really, got impressed is one of the fraud, which is of course still not yet clear, I mean, because the lawsuit is going on, but I won't be surprised it's true. Namely, there is a software, I think from the company Dominion, Dominion software, used by some almost 30 states for counting, computer counting of the votes. Now the allegation came is this software can, so to say, secretly manipulate the result of the vote. So there is an allegation saying that 2.7 million votes for Donald Trump were deleted by this software automatically in the computer, just disappeared. If that is true, so I was not exaggerating that we call our episode last time the fraud of the century. So it's for me, it's just incredible. Another example of fraud which came out, I claimed it a week ago that many frauds have been detected, and actually more reports are coming in. Now is the challenge for the election committee is how to process, how to handle all these complaints coming in. And just to pick an interesting example, one of them is someone found 200 boxes of ballots in Puerto Rico, a South American state, and all those ballots were votes for Donald Trump and thrown away somewhere in Puerto Rico. It's crazy. I mean, I just can't stop saying that this is fraud of the century. Fraud of the century. My friends, important is, how come so many media, both media in America and media in Europe, maybe also other parts of the world, are quite silent about this election fraud? Instead of reporting all this complaint about fraud, they just say, oh, Donald Trump doesn't accept to be the loser. So he's, saying this and that. Hey, this is not the whole truth. I mean, if we accept election fraud, then we are basically destroying the cornerstones of a democratic system. Yeah? So this is for me so strange. And so many media, I mean, you just name it, New York Times, Washington Post, CNN, all silent about. They were silent about election fraud. They were silent about the big scandal of Joe Biden, where he was corrupted. He was involved in corruption with China and Ukraine through his son. Yeah, all these were silent. But, dear friends, this is nothing new. I tell you, 1999, when the Chinese Communist Party leader, Jiang Zemin, decided to persecute the meditation school Falun Gong, they put Falun Gong practitioners in thousands and thousands, 100,000 into jail and labor camps, yeah, and torture them. And many of them, probably a significant number, according to the Independent Tribunal in London last year, a significant number of them lost their life due to organ harvesting. They killed them for the organs.
Doctors killed those innocent people simply because they pursued truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance in the case of Falun Gong practitioners and lived lives of healthy exercise and meditation that was seen as dangerous to the interests and objectives of the totalitarian state of the People's Republic of China.
And this has almost been no reporting in the mainstream media. How come? Such a big thing. First, actually, since Donald Trump came to power, then some American media start reporting a little bit. Yeah? So, how come? Well, I can tell you why. Because this kind of atrocity is the last thing that CCP want people to know. And CCP is very, very good in something they call it united front. And that is using different means to influence influential people. So for them, media, Mongol, high-ranking politicians, they are target for such united front action. Influence them, influence these influential people, so they act in favor of CCP. They are good in that, I tell you. So they have been working very hard on the media, the big guy like Murdoch or similar, yeah? All sort of method. Fame and gain and women and power, help them to get more power, help them to get more money, help them to get nice Chinese women. They don't shy for any means. So this is the world we live in. We have to be aware. We have to be aware. And you may think I'm exaggerating, but it's not. And my friends, don't think that it is a fight just between Biden and Trump, or sometimes even a fight between US and China. No, it's a fight in values. It's a war of values. Yeah? We, in the free world, most of the people in the free world who want to stick to the original, traditional, basic, universal values such as freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of assembly, and democracy, all sorts of basic human rights, yeah? This kind of value. We have people who want to defend it, who want to save it, and then we have people who want to ignore it because they want more power and more money. So, and we better, stay awake. We should not allow anyone who destroy those universal value that is cornerstone, building stone for our world. So I am not so interested to support any specific politicians, but I support their righteous action. So in the presidential election, I see that the one who stands for righteous action is Donald Trump. So that's why I fight against those illegal election fraud. And, because that is to defend the basics of democracy, and that is election. It's almost sacred, holy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you do the same. Thank you. And don't forget to click like and subscribe and use Patreon to support us. Thank you. Bye-bye.